Okay. Hello. So, I haven't posted the other video yet. I'm silly. But in case anyone's actually curious, not that many people even watch these things right now, but the covert from last month was okay. I'm debating on not doing these things anymore. We're gonna find out what they're invented. This one is going to be a make it or break it for me because on the one hand, I could really use the money for something else. I'm thinking about technically we're using Friends Netflix right now, and your personal lists don't become personalized unless you have a personal, profile, and we don't want to screw up with the profiles because it's somebody else's account. So I'm debating on just going ahead and getting us our own account. Well, my own account, and letting my roommates make their own profile. Blah blah blah. But yeah. So yeah, extra $20 a month could go to something else, basically. That, and also I don't want too much crap in my room. I've got too much crap in my room already. Anyone who's stepped foot in my room would know exactly what I'm talking about. I'd show you, but there's still a bit of a mess in here, so. And even without the mess, there's still a bunch of crap in here, so yeah. Anywho, shall we get to it? Although, I'm half tempted to wait until June, though. Mostly because June was my first one last year, and with the Transformers thing, it kind of was my birthday present to myself sort of thing, so I'm willing to potentially wait that long. So this may not be a make it or break it. Although maybe even if it's a good, I might still cancel it after June. I don't know. We'll see. The point is that I may not keep doing these, mostly because I'm not really doing much with these videos, and what's the point spending $20 on half a box of junk that I don't really care about? Although there have been some things that I've really enjoyed. I mean, love this shirt. Once I find it again, I'm gonna enjoy wearing my Voltron shirt. I wore the watch a little bit. The band is kind of makes me sweat a bit. I don't like that kind of rubbery shit. It was good. It was a good watch for the most part, and it still works. I didn't beat it up or nothing. It's a bit dusty because of the job that I work at, but I mean, because it's all rubber, it's not a big deal. But it just wasn't comfortable to wear at work, and that would be really the only time I'd wear it. When I'm at home, I've got the clock, my phone, and there's a clock, so yeah, I don't need to watch at home. Anywho, let's get on with this. This month's is fantasy. Now, obviously, by the size of the box, we can say for certain that this is definitely not going to have a comic in it. Maybe a shirt? I can't recall whether or not they had, because usually had the little, hey, double check your size message go out, and I don't remember that message going out. But then again, I haven't really been paying attention to the messages, so yeah. Anyways, let's see here. Ah, they've gone back to the old dibbly-doo. There you go. I like that. Let's put that right there, and oh, I was right. Ooh, well, kind of ooh. The color is a bit red, and me and red, and I'm not too keen on red, so. But Dungeons & Dragons shirt, nice. Yeah, that's definitely pretty cool. Okay, we've already kicked off pretty good. I mean, if I'm gonna wear a red shirt, it might as well be a cool one. It's nice. It's a bit darker red than what my first shirt was for the Marty McFly bot thing. So, see right here. Oh dear. A black tie geek. So I guess this goes with this one. Oh hell, it does. Same company. So yeah, you can see there a little more of the dragon, the Dungeon Dragon symbol, and a D20. Oh no, that's not Dungeon Dragon symbol. That's just a dragon. Not like because that dragon is an and or an ampersand. This is just. Let's see if I can get it up close and. Oh, there it goes. Yeah, nice and clear. There you go. So yeah, that's not too bad. I don't wear ties, and this would be a bit silly to wear, but, you know, novelty and all that crap, so, you know, who knows. I'd be more likely to wear this one, mostly because it's like a long tie. I'm not too keen on bow ties. No. Let's see here. Okay, let's see what we got here. See, I'm leaving the tie in its packaging because there's no point in getting it out. You could see it, it was easy, and I'm not going to wear it, and I don't feel like dealing with the, you know, sides of diddly bopping everywhere. This, on the other hand, is a... Oh, God. I have not dealt with one of these type of things in ages. Yep, there it goes. It's in there. Yep. Bit tight, actually. An irony, considering my hats that I have are a bit loose. I have a couple trilbies. One's a cheapo one that I got at work. It's just a simple, you know, black trilby, and the other is a one from Comrade Double. Says Windskill on the side. I meant to get the fedora, and yes, internet, there is a difference. Fortunately, half the internet actually knows that difference. Unfortunately, half that actually seems to care so strongly about fedoras doesn't. Yeah, I'm talking to you guys who like to wear the hats and tip it and say "milady." Yeah, what you're tipping is a trilby. Yeah, it's a kind of fedora, technically, but it's a trilby. Come on, guys. Anyways, we'll set that to the side, because silly. Let's see. Okay, this is cute. This is cute. This is definitely very cute. Princess Bride cards. I'm half tempted to keep this sealed and sell it, just because I know this is going to make some money. Like, but it'll probably only make me like 20 bucks. Like, the shirt would be between 15 and 20, okay? This would probably be between 10 and 15, maybe 5? 5 to 15, we'll call it that. This, 5, we'll call it 5, just to be generous. This, likely, let's see here, deck of cards usually goes for about 10 at my workplace. So there's definitely 10, but it's Princess Bride, which is a very quotable movie. And if you have not seen it yet, and you think you're a manly man and you don't want to watch a chick flick, well, screw you, watch it anyway. Believe me, I've not met a person who has not at least enjoyed watching it. It may not have been their favorite movie, but they enjoyed it. And so, yes, watch it. Oh dear. Oh, that's amusing. Game of Thrones. Stark Sigil USB flash drive. Doesn't say how much space is on there, though. Okay, let's see what we got here. Oh, wow, that's actually a little bigger than I was expecting. Okay. Oh, I see. So that's... See, the thing is, I don't watch Game of Thrones, so I don't really know much about it, but, there you go. See if we can get the light to hit it a little bit better. There you go. Yeah, it's all, like, nice and... Texture-wise, it actually feels... Oh, hello. Okay. Texture-wise, it feels nice. Yeah, there's USB right there. How much space does it say? Anywhere in here how much space is on? No. Made in China. Of course, everything's made in China. Let's see here. I don't even know that won't fit there. I would unplug the something, but one is okay, what's this plugged into? Okay, that's my mouse. I don't want to unplug that. That is my something? What is that to? I don't even know. I'll check it later. I'm sure in the booklet it'll tell me, so I don't have to actually check right now. What would be kind of cool is if it had promotional materials, but I'm 50-50 on thinking that's on there. I mean, it's nice enough on its own, so. Since it actually fits in the box pretty easy, I could probably still sell this because, yeah, technically I opened it, but I haven't accessed it or harmed it, so this is still worth something. Let's see here. Oh, that's cute. Bag tag. Nice. 9 3/4. Be sure to run at the wall. So yeah, that's amusing. I don't know if I would sell this or not. I don't know how much I'd get off of it because it's not like, okay, you could probably find this in a store because it doesn't say exclusive on there anywhere. You could probably find this in the store, probably. Between those two, you already have like at least 20 bucks right there. Probably have another $5 to $10 thing here. Again, it doesn't look exclusive, so probably can't get much off this one. So I can probably get a lot off this one just because people probably don't even know exists. This, people probably know exists and probably have ordered it in mass and put it on their bags. Let's see what else we got here. More Game of Thrones stuff. Magnet set. Seriously, this box is actually turning out to be pretty, I wouldn't call it high quality, but money, definitely money. Lannister, Baratheon, okay. And what does that want to say? Well, I can't even read that. Targaryen? It's... You probably won't be able to see it that well either because of the light. Let's see here. Camera controls here. Oh, there it goes. Yeah, but you guys know what symbol that is because I'm sure all you guys watch the show while I don't. Still, hey, no biggie. I mean, obviously it's that woman with the lighter hair and the darker skin who's all sorts of awesome, apparently. It's her thing. But that's all I know. Of course. Oh, that's cute. I actually like that button. I actually like that button a lot. That one's pretty neat. Come on. Focus. Trying to find the center so it can actually do its job a little bit better. There it goes. That's close enough, whatever. But yeah, it's pretty nice. Pretty nice dealy. I really wish the focus would focus a little bit better on my little webcam, but whatever. And I think that might just be it. Yeah, I think that's just it. I believe folks like Ashens and whatnot would definitely call this a bunch of tat, because really cards are cool. USB thumb drives are 50-50. I mean, they were all the rage some years ago. Nowadays, they're cool, but considering my phone has a 29 or 30 gigs on board, plus it has a 64 gigabyte card on it, a little chip. I've got 90 gigs on this thing, and I could plug it into my computer, and I can carry my cord wherever. So, really, I'm not going to take this to any games. I would take this to games and plug this into my friends' computers. So, really, this, for me personally, has no real purpose. Unless I feel like, doing some kind of fantasy story and maybe sending this into a company or into to a friend, who was a part of the project or whatever. If I felt like not sending it, sending it through snail mail for giggles or something. I guess it could have a purpose. It's just generally this is more this I can use on my fridge. We have some magnets already, but this I can use on my fridge. This is something silly I'll probably give to somebody who's a mega Harry Potter fan because giggles. This is cute, and it goes with my collection of buttons. I have no freaking clue what I'm going to do with this one. I really don't. Like, I'm going to keep the tie. I don't know what I'm going to do with the tie, but I'm going to keep the tie. But the crown, that's a tricky one. But this, feels very, yeah, what's the word I'm looking for? Like, kind of like going into Spencer's Gifts, like that kind of place. Although, not so many sex toys. Huh. Anyways, okay, so yeah, there we got the... Nice. Nice. There you go. As you wish. And what she really realized he was saying was, I love you. Oh, jeez. Oh, what? Oh, what the heck? D&D Adventures League. Let's see. Intelligence check has been influenced. Television, D&D, Elite movies. Reading. D&D games. Oh, okay. Okay. People who play. Oh, okay, I get it. This is a bunch of factoids about D&D that are a little extracurricular. Oh, things that are just fun little pop, like neat little trivia, like D&D Elite Television. We got Penn Ward, who's done Adventure Time and Bravest Warriors. Dan Harmon, who's on Community. Matt Groening, who does Simpsons forever and a day and probably hates it with a passion at this point, as far as I understand. David Cohen, Futurama. I guess he's a voice actor? Or is he one of the animators? I wonder. I'm terrible with names. I feel like I heard that name before, though. I'm almost thinking it's the Bender's voice. I would not be surprised if it's a voice actor, because it sounds familiar. Yeah, I got the internet right here, but I'm talking to you guys, so I'm not going to look anything up. It'll take me longer, and I'll probably get distracted, and yeah. Let's see here. I mean, we're already at 17 minutes, so... Let's see here. Stephen Colbert, who's not surprising at all. Like, anybody else in this list might be surprising for somebody, but Stephen Colbert, come on, dude. People know he loves, super fan of Tolkien's work, and if you're a fan of Tolkien's work, more than likely you've touched on D&D, if not are a fan of D&D, because D&D, while influenced by a lot of other things, including other religions, fantasy tropes, legends and stuff like that, I mean, they've got a lot of different stuff if you look into the monster manual and whatnot. But the fact is that, like, things like how the elves appear, how the orcs are, and all that, a lot of that is very inspired by Tolkien's work. So, yeah, so Colbert loving it, that makes sense. D&D Elite movies. Joss Whedon, not surprised. Vin Diesel, already knew that one. In fact, Vin Diesel, I've heard that apparently he's gay. I don't know if that's wrong. Don't quote me. I need to look it up, and it really doesn't matter. But he has a certain voice thing that you can hear when he's in like interviews or when he's just geeking out on set. But that's just it. He geeks out, and that's what I love about it. Like, if he is gay, then it makes him one of the most awesome actors. Generally, like, only thing that would make him more awesome is if he was a woman. But then again, that would kind of ruin the rest of my point. He loves D&D. He is at least a bit fey, if not flat out, I wouldn't call him stereotypical, but when you hear him, like I watched him on an interview or like a behind the scenes on the Chronicles of Riddick movie, and he the way he talked, it was just like, this guy is not a big hulking brute like you see on the screen. He is just a huggable, cute dude, like a chill, relaxed geek, So when I found out that he played D&D, I'm like, yeah, that makes sense. Kind of makes him like just all the more awesome, and plus he's a guy of color, so like you got that added element. He's not just some white dude. That says a lot, because people get this image of big, muscly, white dude who doesn't, who's all sorts of testosterone and shit. And it's like, no, this guy is of color, questionable on relationships. I don't know. Again, I'd have to look it up. I don't know. And really, your sexual preference doesn't really make a difference. Totally, I found that I've known some guys and girls who are, batting for the home team, and are in fact very much against the stereotype. Like my brother, up until recently, yeah, I'm the messier brother, but he was, well, especially when we lived together, he was way messier than I was. Like now he's cleaner, but only because he has room, I guess. I mean, his desk usually is a mess. but that's my point though, is that, he is gay, and you wouldn't expect that. You would expect him to have really good taste in fashion, and you'd expect him to be a lot more clean and stuff like that. No, he has very weak taste in fashion. Like, he knows what is and isn't good in the general sense, but I would not put him as a replacement for one of the guys in that Queer Eye for this straight guy that they had years ago. Do they still have that show right now? Anyways, I'm rambling. The point is that it doesn't affect so much, but then again, for some people, it does affect their perception of a person. And when you look at Vin Diesel, you see manly man in the movies, and so if he really is that way, then it makes it actually a lot more awesome. Not that not being that way isn't as awesome. It's just, you get the point. But loving D&D, people would make fun of that. You're a nerd, you're a geek, you're wimpy wibbly. But no, he's got muscle, he's got build, he's got projection, and all that. And he's not some just random dude, like some dude bro. He can be a dude bro, but he's not a dude bro. That's great. I'm rambling. I'm still rambling, and I'm past 21 minutes. Okay, John Favreau? Iron Man. I don't know who that is. James Franco, Spider-Man, the guy who played Harry. Yeah, he's that's not a surprise to me actually. He seems like the type. Robin Williams, I knew this, and I also knew he's a big video game fan. Yeah, he was a video game fan. He named his daughter Zelda. That one I know for a fact. I don't have to look that one up. In fact, they made a commercial about that with one of the newer Zeldas. He was actually brought in to talk about Zelda, and the setup was that he was confusing his daughter for the princess. So kind of amusing. And of course, Kevin Smith. Not surprising, but I don't really care that much. I'm sorry. Years ago, I kind of found Kevin Smith to be an interesting fellow, but the more I hear about his opinions about things, the less I like him. I don't hate him, mind you. I've never heard anything from him that flat out makes me despise him. Well, with the exception of Batman, oddly enough. Like, he apparently wrote a story, comic on Batman, and it was wonky at best. Like, it was like, Frank Miller level of what the fuckery. As far as I know, I only heard some bits and saw some excerpts, but I haven't read the whole thing, so I can't do a complete judge on it. But to be honest, as a geek representative, he is not that big on me. He's not that important to me. Like, he is important to the history, but it's like, yeah, there's elements of problematic in there. So, again, not harshing, just saying, I mean, your mileage may vary on your love of him. My mileage is back there. Anyways, DVD games on screen. So you got E.T., Community, Buffy the Vampire Slayer, Freaks and Geeks, 70 Show. 70 Show? Huh. Well, it is pretty old, so, I mean, that would be, what was it, like the mid to late? Yeah, something like that. Yeah, debuted in 1974. First one was 1,000 games hand-assembled. Nice. Venture Brothers, not surprising. IT Crowd, not surprising at all. Futurama, Bender's Game, yeah, that was kind of the point. The Big Bang Theory, which I don't give two shits about, but then again, most geeks don't. And Irony. Pop culture, it's logical, is that the game, like D&D would blah 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 blah. Adventure Time, Advanced D&D, Futurama. Yeah, basically a bunch of factoids, game mechanics, la la la. Let's see here. Games that owe a debt to D&D. Zelda, World of Warcraft. Technically, yes, but World of Warcraft actually owes a lot more to Warhammer 40k. Actually, the original Warhammer too. So, they wanted to be Warhammer. That was the whole point of the design. That's why you get the big old pauldrons and shit. Yeah. Now, Warhammer has a lot to say thanks for to D&D. So, by connection, you have that. So, the Sims? Really? Ultima, that makes sense. Every tabletop RPG. Yeah. Every video game RPG, all the RPGs. I don't know. That's questionable. Why? Because RPGs didn't just develop from D&D alone. That's the thing. It may have been the earliest RPG, or one of the earliest, but then again, not too long later, you had games like Final Fantasy, which came out for the Nintendo. Zelda actually doesn't owe as much as you think, to be honest. In fact, the whole exploring dungeons about Legend of Zelda is bullshit. In an interview with the dude, I can't think of his name suddenly for some odd reason, but the main Nintendo dude, he was talking about how he was inspired by the caves near his house and about exploring them. So sorry, no, exploration of dungeons does not actually come to play here. It might have, maybe, but really it started from the caves idea. If you're going by Legend of Zelda from The Link to the Past, then I can see it. If you're going from the second Zelda, I can see it. If you're going from the original Zelda, I can't see it. Because really that has a more stronger feeling of just the generic caves. So, I mean, it might have come into play, but there were other elements that came to play that were much more stronger than just D&D. So I don't count that too much. And really to say all the RPGs, you assume that everyone's played D&D or touched on D&D or heard of D&D. I mean, especially when a lot of our RPGs, I mean, we got a lot of JRPGs, for example, which is what, in fact, Zelda is not even an RPG, so let's put that to the side for saying that's an action game. It's an exploratory game, an action game, but it is not an RPG. And no, don't even say, well, you play a role. Yeah, if you say that, then all video games are RPGs. Well, anyone with a main character. Because you are playing their role. Crisis is an RPG. Friggin' Super Mario Brothers is an RPG, okay? Portal is an RPG. So don't even try that whole, well, you play a character, you collect shit. Well, you collect shit in a lot of games. There are some games of Zelda that are RPG, like, for example, the Dynasty Warriors reskin, the recent Hyrule Warriors. That one, just like Dynasty Warriors, uses strong RPG elements, so I would count that, yes. But the mainline ones, not so much. It's not experience that you build up your character, it's by finding items that you build up your character. Now, one could say that's a more pure experience, except for the fact that role-playing implies that you're making choices based on interactions, and you don't really. You do missions, and that's it. It's really not as impressive as you think. Let's see here. But yeah, a lot of neat information otherwise, though. Fantastic shows. Avatar: The Last Airbender. That's good. Why are you listing this stuff when you didn't even have it in the box? Seriously, you have Avatar repeated several times on these pages, and then you have Adventure Time, but none of that's in here. Come on, guys. Notebook contest winners. Oh, that's cool. Mega Crate. Damn it. I want a Mega Crate. Now, if I would have gotten a Mega Crate, I would have stuck with this for a while longer, but... Let's see here. So, yeah, so we got the D&D shirt. We've got the tag. We've got the inflatable crown. The bow tie, which says it's exclusive. Apparently, is it apparently exclusive? Oh, interesting. Oh, don't tell me they actually gave different colors depending on your gender. That would piss me off. Of course, yeah, there's the deck of cards. And the USB drive, 4 gigs. In this day and age, it's barely anything. So yeah, not impressive. Cool though. Very cool, don't get me wrong. Very cool, just not impressive. Yeah. I'm gonna think about it. Most of the stuff is just junk when you boil it down. Like, good junk. Don't get me wrong. Don't get me wrong. But it is still like, I'm never gonna wear this. I have no freaking clue what to do with this. I'm likely to give this to a friend. I have no idea what to do with that. This may be useful and amusing to put on my thing. This I will be keeping. I'm debating on whether or not to sell it online or just to keep it and use it because my friend Cheryl loves this. I mean, I'll give it to her. Who knows? But yeah. Well, I might be lazy and just let it roll over for a month or two more. It depends on what next month's is. If next month's theme doesn't have me interested, I'm not even going to bother. If it's at least semi-interesting, which given how easy it is to get me into things, I don't know. We'll see. Anyways, I'm probably just going to shut this down and upload it because why the frick not? Most of you who actually watch these know certain things about me, so you'll know that this particular channel, while it's just in its infancy, is actually going to die out pretty soon. Once I get a few things situated, so hopefully the next few months I will be upping my skills. I've been trying to play with the programs, but I keep getting distracted. I've got a lot of things. I'm spreading my attention too much. This next month I'm working on putting together a pitch. Hopefully I can get into it. Comic thing. It may not happen, but right now my only hang-up is trying to design the character properly. Like, I got everything else figured out, just not the main character design. It's like, fuck. So, anyways, my mom, whom I'm going to hang out with a bit, should be here soon. And I'm kind of icky right now because clothes need to be washed. So, I'm going to leave you guys alone and say bye-bye. And, yeah. Have fun. Oh yeah, fun crate in general. I may have said crap, but it is a fun crate. And yeah, all of them are basically junk. Tat, toot, whatever phrases you want to use. Are they worth it? Yes. This is a worth it box. Is it one that wants to make me carry on? Kind of. It's definitely better than last month's. I'll say that. I wasn't too much into the whole covert thing, and a lot of the covert stuff didn't really feel interesting enough. It was more of stuff that said spy on it, but really didn't really make a difference. Like, yeah, sure, the watch thing was kind of cool, but that's not a spy thing. That's more of a future tech thing. Oh, look, you can't see the time. Spy watches do things other than show the time. They show the time as a way to disguise their actual purpose, not to be a watch. The shirt was making fun of James Bond and his weak martinis, which I approve of, but James Bond is a horrible spy, so no. Sorry again, he's not covert, he's kind of shitty at that. Oh, you want to argue me? Watch any James Bond film, count the number of explosions. He's an action hero from the 90s, technically before is where you gotta start, but still, who wears a tuxedo. That's really all that's different. He's not a spy. He's a terrible spy, which is kind of some of the plot points, to be honest. The Avengers, not the Avengers, but the lanyard with the Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. thing was cool and referential to a covert operations unit, so at least that had a stronger connection than the other two items. But the Mad Libs was just silly. But I can give that a pass. There was a couple other items. Oh, the wrist thing, that was actually kind of cool, and it is more in terms of a useful item, but it never spoke covert. It's not a covert thing, it's more of a survival thing. And that's again a difference. You know, this felt like it was talking about fantasy stories, so this made sense. You had an inflatable crown, you had things that were talking about Game of Thrones, you had the Princess Bride thing, so you have things that very, very much speak about fantasy. Fair enough. The covert box fails in this respect because most of the stuff inside the box was not in line with the theme. It was in line with people's idea of what the theme represents in mass media, except most spies in most spy stories are shitty spies, which means they're not very covert, which means the word covert was pointless. That's kind of why I was kind of disappointed with that box. Not because it wasn't worth it, because that box was worth it too. You got your money's worth. That's the thing, is like the question of whether or not it's worth how much you spent and how much of it is actually worth it to you. And that's where my issue is here, is I like these boxes, and the first few that I got really wowed me, but especially ever since Christmas, yeah, I'm really debating. And besides, there's a crate type thing that has comics, and I'm much more interested in comics in general. So, I mean, this stuff's like just silly junk, good junk, fun junk, you know, collectible junk. But I've got collectible junks, you know, I've got stuff like that. I got a whole mess of stuff like that. What I want is something that I can actually enjoy and use as well. And that's the added up. That's why I like this shirt, because I will use this shirt. I like this shirt. This shirt is awesome. Last month's shirt was silly, but it was white, and while some people like the fact that they actually went to white, white holds stains better, and that's bad. I don't tend to wear white shirts because of that reason. If I drop something or whatever, and it happens. No matter how clean you are, it happens. I don't feel like going to the dry cleaners or some shit like that to get out a stain. Yeah, there's ways to get stain out faster, but I'm just saying, like, some things stain faster than others, so you gotta be careful about that. So, anyways, I'm rambling at this point. It's almost 40 minutes long. But you know what? Fuck it. I don't care. Call this a vlog, because that's what these are. Take care. Have fun.